Today we're talking about 6 accounts that can help your money grow and make you rich without you doing much at all. I really wish I knew about these accounts sooner because I'd have way more money by now. But now that I do, I want to share them with you so that you can start making your hard-earned money work for you. The first account on the list is one most of us already have, and that's a savings account. However, most people have the wrong one, and it's making them miss out on hundreds or even thousands of dollars. That's because not all savings accounts are the same. The regular ones from big name banks like Chase, Wells Fargo, and Bank of America pay very little interest, as low as 0.01%. That means that if you have $10,000 in one of those accounts, you'd only make $1 in interest after an entire year. That's not even enough for a coffee, and it's definitely not helping your money grow. So instead of keeping your money in a regular savings account, you should consider moving it into a high-yield savings account. Right now, these accounts pay around 3 to over 4%, which helps your money grow much faster. For example, if you put those same $10,000 in a high-yield savings account paying 4%, you would make over $400 in interest after an entire year. That's a huge difference compared to just $1 from a regular savings account. Another great thing about high-yield savings accounts is that most of them don't have monthly fees. You can access your money anytime, and your money is safe just like any other regular savings account. That's because high-yield savings accounts are FDIC insured, which means your money is protected up to $250,000 if anything were to happen to the bank. Overall, high-yield savings accounts are one of the safest and easiest ways to grow your money. I've been using them for years now, and they really do pay off. Even if you only have $500 or $1,000, just open one and start with that. You're going to see your money growing every single month, and that's going to make you wish you started sooner. And if you're not sure which high-yield savings account is right for you, don't worry, I got you. I made a free checklist with tips and my top recommendations to help you choose the best one for you. You can download it using the link in the description. Now, high-yield savings accounts are amazing, but if you really want to grow your money, this next account is a must-have. The second account you need to grow your money is a brokerage account. I really wish I knew about this one sooner because it's helped me grow my money a lot. A brokerage account can be used to buy and sell investments like stocks, ETFs, and bonds. It helps you grow your money by you investing it in the stock market. People use brokerage accounts to save for big things like retirement, a house, a car, a wedding, kids, or just growing their wealth. This account helps you save and grow your money for those big things while building wealth at the same time. Millionaires and billionaires use brokerage accounts to invest all the time, so if you want to grow your money, it's smart to do what they do. You can think of a brokerage account as a place to put money you don't need right away. Money you plan to leave alone for 5, 10, or even 20 years. What's cool about this account is that there's no limit to how much money you can put in, and you can take your money out whenever you want, which is super helpful if something comes up and you need the money. This account can also help you retire early. Some people have actually used their brokerage accounts to retire in their 30s. They pretty much worked hard and invested consistently while they were young, and now they live off of the income from those investments. And you can do that too if you start early and stay consistent. Now, it's important to know that this account isn't tax-free, which means you may have to pay taxes on the money you make from your investments. However, if you hold your investment for a long time, you could end up paying less in taxes. So it's honestly still a very smart way to grow your money. Now, opening a brokerage account is super easy. You can open one with companies like Fidelity, Vanguard, Robinhood, or Charles Schwab. I personally use Fidelity, but any of these will work. You just have to do your own research to see which one works best for you. But before you pick one, make sure it has no monthly fees, low or no fees when you buy and sell investments, a low or no deposit to start. Some brokerages make you deposit $1,000, while others let you start with as little as $1. Make sure it's also easy to move your money in and out of the account, has good customer service, an app or website that's easy to use, and make sure it's a trusted company that's regulated and SIPC insured. This protects your money up to $500,000 if the company goes out of business. Once your account is open, you can buy investments like stocks, ETFs, index funds, bonds, etc. I personally invest in an index fund called the FXAIX through Fidelity. I like it because it has very low fees and it tracks the S&P 500, which includes 500 of the biggest US companies like Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon. My advice is to start with whatever you can. Even putting in $50 or $100 into an index fund like this can help your money grow over time. For example, let's say you start with $100 and add $100 every month. After a year, that could potentially grow to over $1,300. After 2 years, it could grow to over $2,600. After 3 years, it could grow to over $4,000, and it keeps growing from there. Now, one thing that's really helped me is setting up automatic transfers from my bank. Every month, it pretty much just buys the index fund for me, and I don't really have to do anything. And also, if there are months when I can add a little more than $100, I do, and that helps my money grow even faster. But honestly, any amount helps. Even a little bit can go a long way and grow over time. So if you can, give this a try. The next account on the list is a health savings account. I actually recently learned about this one and was pretty shocked at how good it is. This is a special savings account that helps you save money for medical expenses. You can use the money in this account to pay for things like doctor visits, prescriptions, glasses, braces, hearing aids, surgeries, and other health-related costs that qualify. But what makes this account really powerful is that it helps you save money on taxes in 3 big ways. First, the amount you put into the account can be claimed as a tax deduction, which can lower the amount of taxes you pay every year. Second, you can take money out of the account tax-free if you use it to pay for qualified medical expenses. And third, if you invest the money in this account, it can grow tax-free too. That's a big deal because in most investment accounts, you usually have to pay taxes on the money you make. But with this account, your money can grow without you paying any taxes. Now, to get the most tax savings, it's recommended to have money taken straight from your paycheck and sent to your HSA. This is called payroll deduction. It pretty much just means your employer automatically puts a set amount into your account for you. When you do this, you can save on federal taxes, state taxes in most states, and even Social Security and Medicare taxes. Now, like any other tax-advantaged account, this one has limits on how much money you can put in each year. In 2025, you can add up to $4,300 if you have self-coverage or $8,550 if you have family coverage. But what's cool is that your employer can also add money to your account. So if your job offers HSA benefits, make sure to take advantage of it because that's literally free money you don't want to leave on the table. Just remember, employer contributions count toward your yearly limits. For example, if your employer puts in $1,000, you can only add $3,300 more if you're on self-coverage. Now, another great benefit of a health savings account is that you can invest the money in it. That means you can put your money into things like the S&P 500 or other investments, and it can grow over time thanks to compound interest. For example, if you were to invest a family limit every year for 30 years and earn about 6% a year, you could potentially end up with around $680,000 in your account. So if you start at age 30, by the time you're 60, you could potentially have over $500,000 saved up just from this one account. And what's even more amazing is that you can use the money in your health savings account for things that aren't medical too. For example, if you have an emergency and you need cash, you can take money out of this account. However, if you're under 65, you will have to pay income taxes on that money and a 20% penalty. But if you keep the money in your health savings account until you retire, once you turn 65, you can use that money for pretty much anything you want without penalties. You will only pay regular income tax if you use it for non-medical expenses. Now, you might be thinking, why would I need a medical account if I'm healthy? Well, the truth is, any of us can get sick at any age. And as we get older, we usually need to see the doctor more often. I'm 29, and just last year I had to get surgery. My insurance didn't cover everything, so I had to pay over $3,000 out of pocket. If I had a health savings account, I could have just used that money instead of tipping into my own savings. Things like this can happen to anyone. We all have to go to the doctor at some point, whether it's for a checkup, medicine, glasses, whatever it may be. All of those things cost money. It's better to be ready now than to worry about it later on. Without this type of account, you might have to use money from your checking account that's meant for bills or from your high-yield savings account, which should be growing and earning interest instead. But if you start saving now, you'll have a safety net for those big medical bills whenever they come. Now, to open this account, you're going to need to have an HSA eligible health plan. So the first thing you should do is call up your health insurance company and ask if your plan qualifies. If it doesn't, see if you can switch to one that does. Once you're eligible, you can pick a health savings account provider and start putting money into your account. And don't forget, you can also invest the money in your health savings account, just like a retirement or brokerage account, so it grows even faster over time. The next account on the list is the 401k retirement account. A 401k is a retirement savings account employers offer that helps you save money for retirement. So if you work a regular 9-to-5 job in the US, your employer might offer one. What's nice about this account is that your money can grow tax deferred, which means you don't have to pay taxes while your money is growing in the account. You only pay income taxes when you take the money out in retirement, but most people are usually in a lower tax bracket by then, so you could end up paying less in taxes on that money by the time you retire. Now, there is a limit to how much you can put into your 401k, which usually changes every year, but for 2025, the limit is $23,500. However, if you're 50 or older, you can add an extra $7,500, which means in 2025, you can put in up to $31,000 in total. Now, experts recommend you put in as much as you can into your 401k, especially if your job offers an employer match. That's when an employer matches what you have contributed to your 401k. For example, if you put $100 into your 401k and your job offers a 50% match, they'll add $50 to your account. So if your job offers a match, make sure to take full advantage of this so that your money grows even faster. Overall, a 401k is one of the best accounts to help you save for retirement. It can help you avoid being broke, having to work forever, or needing to ask other people for money when you're older. So don't sleep on it. The next account on the list is a Roth IRA. This is also a retirement account, but unlike a 401k, you can open one by yourself. With a Roth IRA, you can invest in many things like stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and ETFs so that your money can grow over time. One benefit of this account is that you pay taxes on the money you put in now, but when you take it out in retirement, you don't have to pay any taxes because you already paid up front. Now, there is a limit to how much you can put into your Roth IRA every year. For 2025, the limit is $7,000. And if you're over 50 years old, you can put in about $8,000. Now, people like Roth IRAs because you can take out the money you put in anytime you want without paying taxes or fees. However, the earnings from your investments are only tax-free and penalty-free if you're 59 and a half or older and the account has been open for at least 5 years, or if you qualify for certain exceptions like the ones shown on the screen. So if you want flexibility, or if your job doesn't offer a 401k, a Roth IRA can be a great way to save and grow your money for retirement. The last account on the list is another one most of us already have, and that's a checking account. However, a lot of people use this account the wrong way, and it's causing them to miss out on a lot of money. One big mistake I see all the time is people keeping too much money in their checking accounts. With most of the other accounts we talked about, you want to put in as much money as possible, but with a checking account, it's the opposite. You want to keep as little as possible. That's because checking accounts don't help your money grow because they pay almost no interest, usually just 0.01%. So if you keep $10,000 in a checking account, you would only make about $1 in interest a year, which is basically nothing. And because of inflation, your money would be worth even less over time. So try not to keep a lot of money in your checking account because it really doesn't do anything for you other than lose value. You should mainly use your checking account for paying bills, your rent, getting your paycheck, depositing or withdrawing cash, and for moving money to your other accounts that actually help your money grow. You really only need to keep enough money in there for bills, things you need right away, or small everyday expenses. The rest of your money should go into your other accounts like your high-yield savings account or one of your investment accounts so that it can actually grow and make you more money. And here's a helpful tip. If you can, try to set up automatic transfers into your high-yield savings account or any of your other accounts. That way your money moves wherever it needs to go without you even having to think about it. So there you have it, 6 accounts that can help your money grow, build wealth, and set you up for long-term success. If you guys want to learn more about high-yield savings accounts, make sure to check out these next 2 videos where I explain everything you need to know about them and what to watch out for before opening one. That way you'll be fully prepared and can make the most out of your money. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.